It's one of the most high-profile cases to come out of South Carolina. The death of Scott Spivey making its way back into the spotlight this year as a wrongful death lawsuit moves through an Horry County civil court. Now, Spivey was shot and killed during a roadside confrontation in Horry County back in 2023. Prosecutors determined the shooting was justified under South Carolina's stand your ground law. This leaving the two men involved, Weldon Boyd and Kenneth Williams, free of any charges in connection to his death. But that wrongful death lawsuit filed on behalf of the Spivey estate is revealing more information about the chaos that day. First, the firing of an Horry County investigator in connection to the case and the release of transcripts of witness 911 calls. South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson now calling for a reevaluation of the case and an investigation into allegations of misconduct by Horry County Police. This marks only the beginning of concerns out of Horry County Police Department. A huge scandal alleging sexual relations between personnel. Sergeant Tori Lewis, Detective Don Cobathan, Kelsey Manamite, Lieutenant Misty Gore, and PIO Michaela Moskov all forced to resign in November after an internal investigation found the staff were involved in sexual conduct that created an unharmonious work environment. Now, shortly after those resignations, two of the accused, Manamite and Moskov, filed a counter lawsuit against the police department, the county police chief Chris Leinhart, and former county administrator Randy Webster, alleging unlawful retaliation, forced resignations, sexual harassment, assault, defamation, violations of privacy, and gross negligence. Now, as those claims are dealt with in court, county council members are quickly separating themselves from Webster. In a unanimous vote, the county council decided to remove Webster's name from the Emergency Operations and Communications Center. Webster, who retired before the allegations were made, has since been silent. Now, the scandal with local law enforcement officials didn't stop along the Grand Strand. The PD, the Marlboro County Sheriff's Office, had its own issues. In October, former Marlboro County Sheriff Charles Lemon filed a lawsuit against the Marlboro County government. Sheriff Larry McNeil and several officials alleging a coordinated effort to keep him out of office and damage his reputation. Now, it comes after his 2021 suspension and later acquittal in a federal excessive force case. Now, he claims officials worked together to keep him out of office, including delays in releasing video evidence, false statements to investigators and media, and interference with his law enforcement certification. Now, the suit includes allegations of defamation, civil conspiracy, and wage violations. Now, aside from law enforcement officials, some municipalities fell into financial mess this year. Florence County Council members bailing out Lake City with a $1 million loan to help avoid bankruptcy. County officials say the South Carolina Treasurer's Office is withholding more than $400,000 in local option sales tax funds due to a delinquent audit. The loan is intended to cover expenses until the audit is completed and the state releases those funds. But city employees have raised concerns about payroll and missed payments to the state retirement and benefits system. Right now, county leaders still finding themselves in a bind with no permanent timeline on when that audit will be completed. But so far, says payroll is covered and earned service time for retirement funds will not be taken from employee accounts. I'm Kyra Purvis reporting.